welcome back to the English Journey podcast, or welcome if you're new. We're so happy to have you here in this space where we discuss all things English language related. So for those who missed my announcement last week, we're actually starting a new series here on the podcast. It's called #MyEnglishJourney, and this takes us inside the lives of various English learners around the world. These are real people with real stories to share. They're going to be talking about their struggles, challenges, and all those things that they had to face while learning the English language. Their stories are so inspiring, uplifting, and we publish them so that you guys can realize you're not alone in learning the English language. You're not alone in this journey. So with all that being said, I'm excited for this new series. Let's introduce our very first guest. Giselle Bolivar lives in Colombia, where she studied sports science and physical education. Giselle made the decision to travel to the United States, where she worked as an au pair for 2 years, living with an American family. For those who don't know, Giselle will explain later on in the episode, but an au pair is a nanny or a babysitter who basically lives with the family that they're taking care of, works with them, and watches over their children. Giselle was actually not able to fly back home to Colombia during this worldwide pandemic, but has finally reached home just a few days ago. There is so much to talk about here, from the culture shock she must have experienced moving to the United States, as well as the struggles and challenges and things that she learned along the way. Of course, we have to talk about all the amazing things she learned and achieved during her journey as well. Let's get ready to listen to her English journey. Hi Giselle, welcome on the English Journey podcast. Thank you so much for being a part of the series and being brave enough to share your story with us. How is everything over there in Colombia?
Hi, Jasmine. Thank you for inviting me. Everything is going fine, thank God. I'm with my family, with my parents, and with my dog. We are taking some rest after my big adventure that I lived.
Definitely. Are you happy to be back now?
Yeah, I'm so happy because I miss my family so much. It is time to be here now.
I understand. You were gone for a really long time, and we are going to get into that. But can you first basically tell everybody who's listening, what city do you live in, and tell us a little bit about the life over there?
Yeah, so I am living in a small town. It's called Cajica, and it is close to Bogota, our capital of Colombia. Here, what can I say? So we speak Spanish. We share time with each other hiking.
Mm-hmm.
We have a big mountain called La Cumbre. From there, we can see a lot of landscapes from different cities, other cities. We also go to the cinema in the good time because now we cannot.
Right.
I went to the school. It's around 30 minutes by walking, and its name is San Gabriel.
Nice. And so did you feel like, because it's such a small town or a small city, it was really shocking that you decided to go on this journey?
Yes, exactly. Exactly, because I cannot say that I am a brave person, but something like I love talking English, and this be a big opportunity to practice my speaking.
Exactly. I think that this is really cool that you're doing this. So let's go back and let's just talk about, when did you first start learning English?
I think since was a little because in my elementary school we have the introductions to some words like the parts of the body, the A B C D E F G,
Yeah, the
like
alphabet. Yeah.
some songs. Yes, the alphabet, and since there, but like focused and trying to get there was around 5 years ago that I started to study here in an institute that it was free, thank God. I started to study English because I want to go to other country that speak English.
Yeah, that's a good reason. So you decided you wanted to go somewhere where you can actually practice your English.
Exactly.
Yeah, so why did you decide to work as an au pair? And can you explain to our listeners who don't know, what is an au pair?
Yes, of course. So au pairs is a French word. The job is really like a nanny or babysitter. I can say that it's in a lot of countries, but I decided to go to United States. I decided to go there because in the first I wanted to go to Canada and study just English,
Nice.
but I didn't have enough budget to go there. So a professor from my university, he advised me to go to United States and looking for that stuff as an au pair. And I decided to go there because it was a big opportunity. It was in my budget and that bring me so much opportunities like living as with a American family.
Yeah, I think, wow, that's honestly like, just by you explaining that to me, it's making me smile because I love to see people who go out and do things that are really different. And even though they know it might be hard and it might be scary, you just did it because you knew it's going to help you. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And so what city in America did you end up moving to?
I went to Arlington, Virginia.
Nice. Okay, so Arlington, Virginia. And so weren't you afraid though of like leaving everything, leaving your family, leaving all your friends? How did you feel?
Well, that is an interesting question because this morning I was talking with my mom about that, and I remember that I always told her before I go there that I was afraid that somebody here died, that a relative, a near relative.
Yeah.
I think that it was my only fear to go there,
Okay.
but I didn't have a like, oh my god, I'm going to meet a family that I don't know how is the culture. No, 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 no. I
Okay.
think that the only fear that I had was that.
Okay, well, that's a very justified fear. I think that's a fear most people have. You're worried about them, of course. And so let's get into your real story of living in the United States. So
Hmm.
tell us all the details. Tell us, tell us, how was your family over there? Did you guys get along well? Tell us everything about them.
Yeah, so I was watching a big boy. I told him that is my big boy. He's turning 16 in September, and I just have to drive in here to his practice, to his school, high school, and just doing laundry, and that's it. But he's a nice, he's lovely person. He's friendly, he's funny. The fears that I can say that he's a good player in instrument like guitar and piano, and he practiced
Wow.
water polo too. Yes.
Oh, okay. And what about the parents?
Yeah, so the parents, for example, his dad, he's a nice and lovely person. He's dedicated to the house so much,
Wow.
and his family, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you only have good things to say about them.
Yes. So about the mom, I can say that she's a hard worker. She's so organized. She's dedicated to her jobs. She's, oh my God. I can say that she worked hard, hard, hard to get the thing that she wants.
Wow. That's amazing. That's so interesting because you only really will learn these kind of things unless you do what you did, right? Because if you watch like movies and TV shows, you're not really going to know what an American family is like, but you really understand.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
really understand because you were there and you were living with them. Wow.
Yeah, that I think that thank God I am an open-minded person, and thank God obviously the boy, it was a athlete guy, and in my professional career I am an athlete too, so I think that we did a good match.
Right. Yes. You had something in common, so that helped you.
Yes, also they have other daughters, two daughters, but they are around my same age. But I can say that they are so fun, lovely, and nice. one of them is actress in United States, and the other one is a model.
Oh, wow.
So they are so talented.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really amazing. It sounds like you've had a good experience. So, when you first got there to Virginia, how did you experience any culture shock? So, was there anything that was very surprising or a little bit hard about living in America?
Oh my God, for sure. That's the first since day. It was obviously the language. I thought that I knew something about English, but when I get there, for example, to the airport, it was oh my
Oh
God.
my
I
gosh.
didn't have any data to translate something.
Oh my gosh, true.
Yeah, yes, I found a Colombian girl that she helped me so much. So that was the first cultural shock,
Yes.
and I think I can say that it's the only thing, because everything was new for me, and I want to experience so many things.
Yeah. So you were just taking everything in, experiencing everything, but probably the language was the hardest part.
Yes, maybe the dinner time in this family was always challenging me, because here in my house in Colombia with my family we eat around 6:30 or 7 p.m., and there was between 8 or for late 10
Oh
p.m.
my gosh. That is really late.
Yes.
Even for me.
Yes, but I did because it was the family time, and so I enjoyed them so much.
Yes, of course, you have to adapt to any situation.
Exactly.
Okay, that's really interesting. Wow, I'm just trying to imagine myself in your shoes, and oh my gosh, I really rely on data and like translation apps if I'm traveling somewhere. So I can't imagine how it must have been to not have anything and you had to kind of like ask people. All right, so that was probably one of the hardest things. How about with your language then? Since you did say when you first got there it was a challenge,
Yes.
do you feel like you improved your English language?
Oh my God, yes, I did, and it was because I took so many classes since the beginning, and after that I start to study in a college English, and then while that time I was watching movies, but at the beginning I start to watching with subtitles, and then I start to challenging myself to watch that without subtitles. And since there, my listening skill was improving all the time.
Wow, that's a really good tip.
Yes, yes, yes.
If you guys missed that, she basically said that she would start off by watching English shows and movies with the English subtitles, and then to make a bigger challenge, which is a good thing to always challenge yourself, she took off the subtitles and just
Mhm.
really, really practiced her listening skills. And that's actually why we have podcasts too, because podcasts you have to listen. There's no way to read the subtitles, right?
Yes,
So it's a good listening practice.
exactly.
So okay, now that you're back home in Colombia after your 2 years of living in America, what is something you're really, really going to miss about your life in Virginia?
Oh, without thinking, I can say that the people who I met there.
That's amazing. Is it just the family or did you make friends there too?
No, I make friends. The family, and I have a couple that for me are my angels, and my friends, of course, that I meet in English classes. I say bye to them, and it was hard for me,
Of course.
but yes, for sure, I'm gonna miss them.
Aw. Wait, so I actually am curious about this because I'm sure some people are going to be thinking about this. I don't know how you did it. How did you make friends while you were in classes? Was that hard for you or you just started talking to them? Like, how did you do that?
Well, it was hard because of the language.
Yeah.
But it's other kind of challenge myself to start to speaking with somebody that I don't know their language. So I meet, for example, a Kurdish friend, and she was open to be a friendship. So I opened to her too, but it was hard for me because I'm a shy person too.
Yeah, that's a challenge for sure. So it kind of just happened naturally.
Yes, but also for activities on the class, it was help because, for example, the teachers so give us some work or activities to do in a
Hmm.
groups.
Oh, that
So it
helps.
it, it was help too.
Yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. So, did you really miss your Colombian food, or was the food okay in America? Because I know a lot of people who they come to the States and they do not like the food.
Oh yeah, I really miss, but my mom's food.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure.
I miss so much that.
Of course, homemade food is the best.
Yes, but my host dad in United States, he cooks really good. So I can say that it was like a balance. So, but when I know that I can come back, I told my mom that, hey mom, can you prepare this food or something?
You can ask for anything. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's awesome. All right. So, to finish off, do you have any final tips or advice for someone who is exactly in the same position as you? They want to go move to a new country, but they're not sure what to do and they're not sure if their English is good enough.
Yes. So now my sister is being au pair in Texas too.
Wow.
And the only thing that I can say to her and the other au pairs that is living this experience and is going to take this experience, that be clear in her goals and propose to go there, because some au pairs are missing the time or are wasting the time, and they after that is negating all the time, rejecting all the time that, oh my god, I have this and I couldn't because I was time. So yeah, be clear, keep doing all the things that you think help you guys, that you can get the goals.
Yes, that's so true. So she's saying that, you guys can't just get on a plane and go to a new city and hope that everything is going to happen for you. You have to have plans. You have to
Exactly.
you have to make goals. So if you, for example, if you said, okay, I'm going to go live as an au pair because I really want to practice my English, well, then you have to think, okay, how am I going to do this? I'm not just going to talk with people. Maybe you have to take classes like Giselle did, or maybe you have to do some online classes. You have to think of what is there to do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's really awesome that you didn't waste your time. You really made the most of your 2 years there.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that because all that I planned, I think I did. So I'm so happy, and I'm so happy too that my sister is there too.
No, it's really cool that your sister is going to get to live the same experiences, and she will also be able to relate with you now about her experience. Yeah, well, you know what, Giselle, if I was someone who was wanting to learn English, you just inspired me.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, thank you so much for sharing your English journey with us, Giselle. I feel like I actually really learned a lot about the challenges, but also the amazing things about going to a new country and learning a new culture and just living like a completely different life with a whole new family. So, I'm inspired by your story, and I think you're really strong for doing something like that.
Yeah, thank you, Jasmine, for having me and for giving me this opportunity and experience. It helped me so much to my speaking
I know
skill.
I'm really proud of you. So everyone, if you enjoyed the first episode of our new series that we're doing about hashtag my English journey, please subscribe to our podcast. And guess what? You can be our next guest. So head over to www.glish.me and fill out our form online if you're interested in sharing your English journey just like Giselle did with us. Keep in touch, everyone, and tune in next week for a new episode. Bye, guys.